There's one question I'm very curious to know from all my guests. Okay, so since I'm a CA, I'm a finance guy. I like to understand the money mindset of the guest, right? So tell me, Arjun, like what was your first lesson about money that you learned? From whom it was, and when was this?
My first lesson about money was when I was 15 and a half years old.
Acha.
I learned this from my dad. So I had a girlfriend at the time. We went to US and Canada for a holiday. At that time, incoming was 90 rupees a minute, outgoing was 150 rupees a minute.
You went with your
family to US and Canada,
I
but
thought with your girlfriend.
no. But to call back to India or to pick up a call from India was 90 and 150 rupees a minute.
Yeah.
But I had a girlfriend, so I had to call, and I was very excited about it and all of that, right? So when I came back to Bombay, my phone bill came, and that time I was 15, so the phone bill used to go to the parents. The phone bill in 2007 was 35,000 rupees.
Oh my God.
Okay. My dad showed me that bill. I thought I'm screwed. Completely screwed. He said, you have a summer before you start your 11th grade. I have a store in Phoenix Mills. You'll go work in that store and you'll make the money back.
Huh.
That's it. No anger, no stress, no nothing. He said, you have made a mistake. You will go and work in my store and you'll earn the money back. And I worked in the store, I earned the money back, and I never made the mistake again. But I thought that was the best way to teach me that lesson.
Yeah. I think instead of shouting, instead of...
and when I worked in that store, I learned a lot, right? I was the boss's son, so I was treated differently. I had to learn to make relationships with the team there. I had to learn to be on my feet for 9-10 hours. And by the way, even if you're not walking around, just standing.
This is a retail store.
It was a retail store. It was called Watches and More.
Jewelry, basically.
It was called Watches and More. It was a multi-brand jewelry, watch and sunglass retail concept.
Where was the store?
Phoenix Mills.
Phoenix Mills, okay.
At that time, the place to be, right?
Yeah.
And very good location, ground floor location, etc. all of that.
Location,
All my friends were chilling that summer because they just finished ICSE. They would all come and pass the store and make fun of me for working at the store. But that was a beautiful experience in learning work ethic, right? Like standing for 9-10 hours is, by the way, the most tiring thing in the world.
Tiring thing, yeah.
If you're not walking up and down, just standing for 9-10 hours is a really hard thing to do. But I love that experience.
So
it taught me a lot about respect for money, how long it takes to earn 35,000 rupees, how much effort it takes. And I really value money.
So you got a stipend or a salary or something? Or
I got a stipend, but I got a percentage of sales.
Acha, so you were properly into sales. So thoda sales
I had to sell 3.5 lakh rupees worth of product to make back my 35,000 rupees.
That was your 10%.
I did over 3 weeks.
Over 3 weeks. So you were good into that. That selling skill was there.
But it was not cheap, right? The watches were 5,000-10,000 rupees also. So I didn't sell like some 5,000 watches or anything like that, right?
But still, I think at that point in time, 10,000 was a good...
It's a big number.
It's a big number and it's like an aspiration.
So I'll tell you from there what happened to me. I had a deep value for money from there, right? And still today, I've sold my company. I am fortunate to have access to some amount of capital, wealth, etc. I don't fly business class. I don't see value in flying business class.
Yeah.
So I have never flown business class. When I sold my company, my dad is very passionate about cars. He likes cars. I don't like cars. For me, cars point A to point B. I don't really care about the car. So
I like Uber.
I was in a Hyundai Creta. I bought a Hyundai Creta at that time, 5 years ago, 2016. And I bought the Hyundai Creta also. My dad said, "Abhi tu company ka CEO hai. If you drive around in a Honda Jazz, no one's taking you seriously." So he paid 40%, I paid 60%. I bought my first car, Hyundai Creta. He said, "Abhi 5 saal ho gaye, you've sold your company. Upgrade the car a little bit at least." I said, "Okay, you're right. 5 years are over. I'll upgrade my car." Right? So he said, "Come, I'll take you to buy a car." He took me to Audi and Mercedes and BMW and stuff. And look, for people who like cars and have passion for it, respect, right? You buy a good car, you like the car for the car, regardless of whether it looks good or not. You like the car for the car. I didn't realize what expensive cars cost. And I said the difference between the price of my car and this car is 7-10 startup investment. So I'm not interested. So I eventually bought a MG EV and I was happy with that. That was about 10-15% more expensive than my existing car. So I sold that car and I bought a new car and upgraded myself. But I have no value or aspiration for it. Right? I don't think it's 7 startup, 10 startup investments are much more valuable to me. I'll spend the most amount of money on the best running shoes. I'll buy the best squash racket.
That's your interest.
That's my interest. And so on that I'll spend. But on something I'm not interested, I'm not going to spend just because other people care.
I agree. I think
I wear this fitness band on my hand. I spend a $20 subscription, $20 subscription a month to wear this fitness band. But this is what I want to spend on. I'll spend on DNA tests and microbiome tests and longevity tests thousands of rupees. That's where I have interest.
I think that's a good point that you make. I mean, that value system is very important, wherein you don't compare with the
And it's
other
not
person.
somebody else's.
Yeah.
Don't buy it for somebody else, buy it for yourself.
Yeah. You don't have to buy it because of FOMO or because you have to show it off to someone else. I think that is something that everyone needs to learn
Correct.
about money. It's your own hard-earned money. You spend it wisely where you feel that, that will give you that satisfaction. It will give you that delight. It will make you feel happy. अच्छा ये मैंने खुद के पैसे से अच्छे तरह से
Correct.
मेरे खुशी के लिए लिया.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that's very important. Many of the youngsters fall prey to the fact that नहीं यार ये दोस्त के पास है तो I need to upgrade to this thing. तो उसके लिए let me take on loan, let me use my credit card. So I don't think that is worth it.